So Leo, your week commencing the 4th of August forecast continues to see the Sun in your sign along with the retreating Mercury, but as they came into that conjunction, that cazimi, at the end of last week, it may have given you a dazzling insight in how you can steer something that's very important to you a bit more acutely and perhaps smartly too. But with Mars having made its way through the part of your chart to do with life foundations, where you've been encouraged by the host Virgo to be precise, as efficient as possible, perhaps in squeezing more from your everyday money, or perhaps also pushing forwards with trying to earn more money as Mars makes its way into the sign of Libra. At the heart of this week, you're going to see a speeding up. Over the next 6 weeks, expect to be a lot more physically active. But also your phone and text and emails are going to be a lot busier too. But also you can feel a bit restless. And yet initially with Saturn and Neptune in opposition, if you do get the desire to head off somewhere spontaneously, do pack a bag, have some contingencies, because if you do encounter any kind of delay or frustration, that could really boil over in quite an intense manner. But recently Uranus has been flagging to you the potential for some fresh players in your world, whereas Venus has been making you more mindful of a relationship that might not be working. Could be with a colleague, friend, doesn't have to be a romance, but could be. Now the full moon that occurs at the end of this week can bring that scenario very sharply into focus, particularly if you feel the connection lacks the desire you have for an emotionally fulfilling connection because of Black Moon Lilith in a T-square. But you know, Mars also forges a very dynamic link with Uranus and Pluto. So some of these new people coming into your life can really be exciting. And that's why I feel there is a potential for a changing of the guard. There may be some players in your world who could start to be more peripheral. You don't necessarily have to fall out with someone, but there just could be some new and exciting attractions. And yet, ironically, with Venus in the 12th house, which can make us very sensitive, perhaps even a little bit mournful if a relationship isn't working very well, by the end of the week, Venus starts to connect to Jupiter. Something about an old relationship can still have an activating effect on your emotions. You could feel deeply nostalgic. You may find yourself going through old family mementos, and that can be very powerful. For some Leos, I couldn't say it's a definite, it is possible you could hear from an old flame. But as the week draws to a close, with that full moon, you really are needing to perhaps just be conscious of how other people may be viewing what you need to do for you. But I feel that connection between Mars, Uranus and Pluto is so exciting. So this week can see you in some ways with one foot in the past with that 12th house energy, Venus and Jupiter, but also one foot very much into the future with Uranus, Mars and Pluto, and there can be some very exciting conversations that start to manifest themselves by the end of this week.